Hello there, and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing the book of Boba Fett. This is chapter 3. The last one was another really good episode. I think the first two, they really fit together quite nicely with giving us this introduction into, his life as a daimyo on Tatooine, on Mos Espa, and then also going back and showing his time with the Tusken Raiders. I don't know if we're going to continue that trend with going back and forth between the past and the present. If we are we then going to go continue with the Tusken Raiders, or are we going to see something else?
I think there's going to be some more character building on Boba Fett, and because the first episode was like easing into it and just getting some of the plot holes or whatever out of the way.
Plot holes,
yeah, or whatever you call it. With how did Boba Fett come back?
Oh, okay, yeah. How did he get out of the
how to get out of the Starlight? They got that out of the way, and I like that. The second one, there's some more character building, some more getting used to seeing Boba Fett as a person more than in the original. He was just in there for a minute or two with no sentence or just a few sentences. So he was a mythical person with a cool look. And now we're getting to see who he really is and how he changed from being that bounty hunter into a person with he's more rounded off. It helped a lot with the last episode.
Yeah,
there's a need for some more character building, and
definitely.
I think it's actually brilliant. It's great with this flow TV rather than just dropping all of it straight altogether.
Oh yeah, they're doing it the way that the
Yeah.
old Flow TV did it, with once a week, and we can
It works great
theorize
when
between
old guy like me. I have a week to ferment it, and all the great comments that you put in there, and
Yeah.
all the things that I missed, all the small nuggets and Easter eggs and all that. When I read it, oh yeah, there's something familiar about that place they went. Touch Station and all that. So
Yeah.
it was absolutely perfect. It's perfect for me to read that afterward, have it ferment a bit, and I'm really looking forward to this episode because I had a week to sort of build up my expectations. It's perfect, and again, thank you for all the comments. It's brilliant. You're my Wikipedia and help me to look up the stuff that I missed or that sort of gives the extra to this episode.
Yes, I like when they draw from stuff from, well, the books and the comics, and even the deleted scenes, like you mentioned, Tashi Station. That is not something that we caught on to when we watched the episode the first time, because I haven't watched that deleted scene that many times, and I didn't notice at first that, oh, that's Cammy and Fixer. Like we've seen those characters before, of course, played by different actors, but sort of seen them before, sort of been in this location before. And then there was also the character of Black Chrysanthemum.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try and pronounce it in Shiriwook because I wouldn't even know how to do that. But that's a character from the comics.
Yeah,
that
and
they used.
it's a rather new character from the comics from 2015 or something like that.
Yeah,
he wrote, and as you might have guessed, I don't read that many comics anymore. I used to, but I should be better at it.
Yeah, same. I wish I had time to read all the books and all the comics so that I could be totally caught up with canon inside of Star Wars. But unfortunately, there's just not enough hours of the day to do that.
No,
but
but then
someday.
again, with your comments, I read up on it on Wikipedia, and I found out who this Chrysanthemum or Satan or whatever you will call it.
Satan.
It's a cool name.
It is.
It's a cool character, so I'm looking forward to seeing more of him.
Yeah.
As I expect we will be seeing, and
Yes.
also with the Tasha Station, I've watched this deleted scenes a few times. So once I read it, I kind of remembered. Yeah, that's kind of what it looked like when you see the inside of Tasha Station, just with the bar extra. But there was a feel about it which was perfect. It all comes back to me when you helped me a bit. So thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much for all the nice comments, guys. And just to return to like the actual what's going on in the series with Boba Fett in the first two episodes here, where we got some introductions, and we sort of, we have the players set up in the present, and also I guess in the past with the Tusken Raiders at least, and in the present, where okay, these are the twins. We are most likely going to be dealing with those damn huts for the foreseeable future. We have the mayor, we have the sanctuary where they've been now a couple of times
Gotcha.
as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, so setting up a lot of stuff, and then also like we talked about during the discussion of the last one, really giving us a new look into Boba Fett as a character
Yeah.
and seeing him evolve into a different person as well compared to what he was before. And we mentioned that a bunch of times. And it's not because that we take issue with how they're doing it. It is just, we're just underlying the fact that it is different. He is becoming a different character.
He's changing. And
yes.
If I came across as being against him taking off the helmet or anything like that, it was an observation. I see him without the helmet a bit more, so I see the person more than the mythical figure than Boba Fett used to be. So for me, it's a bit different. I like it. If I didn't like it, I could have written it myself or whatever, made my own movie. But I enjoy this. I enjoy the surprise. I enjoy all of what's happening, and it's Star Wars, so I'm really open-minded when it comes to that. So just give me more and see where it takes me. And all the small nuggets. One of the things that just come to mind was, you noticed the creature that one of the twins were wiping himself with, like a cloth. It's a creature which it's a sensitive creature which can communicate through the mind. That's something I read on Wikipedia. I wouldn't have found that out unless there were some comments about it. So it's brilliant.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind if we would go back and forth a bit more and do a little bit more character building on Boba Fett. At least you got out of that ugly jumpsuit. So
now
he looks a little bit more cool now with the Tusken Raiders. So
yeah. And if we're gonna return to that, or maybe go further into the past, or like however they're gonna do it, we're open to whatever, because as you just said, this is Star Wars. We're quite open-minded when it comes to Star Wars, and we just like spending time in that galaxy. But I think that's enough talk for this intro.
Could keep on going, but I'd rather want to watch the episode.
Yes,
so
yes. Let's save some of it for the discussion afterwards.
Yeah.
And you can, of course, always check out our full-length reactions where you can sync up the footage with your own copy of the episode. We also have early reactions for Attack on Titan at the moment, where we are several episodes ahead compared to here on YouTube. It's all over on Patreon, and the link is down in the description below. Well, here we go. How rude.
Yeah. Maybe we'll also get a description on how he found Fennec.
Yeah, but we only saw that short, or at least when he fixed her up. We saw him walking up to, hey, a Boma monk.
Yeah.
And here you see the businesses that were under the protection of the name that should not be spoken.
You can say, Jabba.
I was concerned that you would feel insulted.
Why would I feel insulted?
Because you felt threatened.
Well, now I am insulted.
Apologies, Master Fett. Mos Espa was divided amongst 3 families. Everyone is waiting to see what kind of leader you are.
And the assassins.
Mayor has no power. Somebody else is behind that play.
I thought we established that. Wait.
State your name and your business.
I am Lord Appeal. I am a watermonger in the workers.
I can't remember his name, the actor, but he's in Barry, and I've seen him in a bunch of things.
The disrespect these urchins are showing you, especially in light of the, well, you know.
The what?
What?
The assassination attempt.
Thank you for your insight.
What of my petition?
Go on.
A street gang of insolent youths has been stealing my inventory.
Damn youths.
The other Tatooine was once completely covered with water. It's fascinating, actually.
And what is this gang?
They modify their bodies with droid parts to make themselves even more deadly. Rid the streets of Mos Espa of this scourge, and I will double my tribute to him.
Now he's going to police the place.
Yeah, I don't know. That almost sounds like bounty hunter work again.
Why'd you let the Monga charge us a month's wages for a week's war?
Not that we have any wages.
You live in the workers' district. You all should be working.
There is no work, mighty daimyo.
Oh, this is getting complicated.
It is.
Look around you.
Their speeder bikes are very shiny compared to like the fact that they don't have work. Plus, what they're wearing even looks kind of new, and
they don't look as worn out as you would expect.
No.
Take the 500 and consider it resolved. If you want to continue to do business in my territory. If you don't like it, you can move to Mos Eisley. Rest of you gather up your gack, follow me.
Alright, recruiting.
You want to work or not?
Seems it's like a smart move, actually. I'm sorry, but like that gang, though, it doesn't seem like something out of Star Wars, or at least not on Tatooine. They look like something out of Cyberpunk or something.
Yeah.
Maybe they're off-worlders. The streets of Mos Espa.
Cool.
Got, like,
It's always
both
the
of
bigger
them.
fish.
Yeah. Oh man. Okay, well, maybe we get some more flashback stuff now. Keeps going back to Camino. We are seeing like kind of the same clips again and again.
Nice graphic.
Yeah. Nice imagery. Back to the Tuskens. Okay. But it seems like he might be leaving or something.
Very majestic.
Yeah. So where is he going now? I don't have a sense of like how long he was with the Tuskens actually. So if this is getting close to when he showed up in The Mandalorian or... Oh yeah.
Macabre.
And also, you know, you might find out, oh wait, that's saw her in The Mandalorian. The name escapes me right now. Played by Amy Sedaris.
Yeah.
But he's gonna have to find out that the Empire is sort of gone, or at least the Emperor and the Death Star and all that.
I've spoken with my superiors on Obadiah, and they are unwilling to pay protection to more than one party.
I'm collecting on behalf of the Tuskens of the Dune Sea.
Okay.
You don't have to pay that speeder bike gang. We far outnumber them. The sands have belonged to the Tuskens since the oceans dried.
So he needs to sort out the gang first.
Yeah. It's not moving fast.
Yeah, that's the opposite of a speeder bike. So
I guess it's still better than walking through the desert yourself.
It's sturdy.
Oh no. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I was afraid that was gonna happen. Oh, fuck, that sucks. Who the hell took them out? Can't be that gang if they outnumbered them. Wow. That's brutal.
Yeah, that's the game.
Yeah, maybe retaliation for what he did earlier. None of them escaped, or even that badass warrior, she didn't make it.
No. Not as far as I can tell.
The young ones, or even the women and the children.
Great character building.
Yeah.
And also, he took off his helmet when he lost the suit, and he's no longer relying on all the...
oh my fucking god.
Well,
there he is. Black Chrysanthemum. I wouldn't want to fight him anytime, but much less half naked, just right out of the Bacta tank. Fuck, where's Fennec? Ow. Oh. Didn't these two work together at some point in the comics? No professional courtesy? Nothing? Ow, 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 ow. Boba. Oh, he's got protection now. Yeah, that's right.
he's getting help from an unexpected side.
Not that unexpected. He hired them. Whoa. Oh, damn, no.
Oh, that fatal oil.
Oh. There she is.
That's the
Whoop.
pro.
Oh, they don't have a Rancor, but they can just keep him down there.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, worked just the same.
Yes.
Get him to my Bacta tank.
Oh, that took a time.
Mm-hmm. Did not expect that already. Not at all. Oof.
Enough food.
I was about to say, that's a lot of food.
Yeah.
You're the head of a family. You should enjoy the trappings.
I have to send a message.
You wait for them to show their hand.
These are huts.
The twins are here. They have brought a gift.
Okay. Unexpected move.
Yeah.
Depends on what sort of gift. Those poor people carried them all the way out here on that litter.
Let's send someone to kill you. Sorry.
A Rancor! You have to share the pit with Black Chrysanthemum, or no?
Don't think they are gonna
become friends.
No.
Oh, hey, Danny Trejo!
Yeah.
Machete himself. I love that guy.
Yeah.
Huh?
Promised by who?
That fucking man.
One of the huts.
Can have your Wookiee back? Or are they gonna say no, keep him? Say keep him. Huh. Okay, yeah. Keep him.
Yeah.
As a tribute.
So he's gonna stay in there. Perfect.
Release him.
Oh.
No hard feelings. It's just business.
Noble of you,
Take it from
Boba.
an ex-bounty hunter.
Yeah.
Don't work for skug holes.
Okay. I'm off. See ya. Ah. I wish he would have stuck around.
He'll turn up again.
Yeah.
I think, yeah. What's the other syndicate laid claim on it?
Yeah.
Crimson Dawn, or
Could be a number of syndicates.
Oh, that way we could get some known people in there as well.
Perhaps.
Oh, and
Could
he's
be Black
perfect as a
Sun.
Rancor Beastmaster.
Yeah. Rancors can get
This
depressed.
beast can feel such things.
Rancor are emotionally complex creatures.
Why does it wear blinders?
It imprints on the first human it sees. They're quite peaceful and less threatened.
Is that whole thing fucking practical?
They can become very loving.
I thought they were bred just to fight.
They form strong bonds with their owners. It is said...
We did see that. And yeah, native to Dathomir.
You what?
You what?
I want to ride it. I've ridden beasts 10 times its size. Teach me.
Nice.
He does not shy away from a challenge.
Oh, whatever. Yeah.
This episode is taking a lot of unexpected turns.
It is. I like it.
Yeah.
Not now, I'm busy.
We heard back from the mayor's office.
That was quick.
He remains completely unavailable for at least the next 20 days.
Of course.
Feed the Rancor. Tell Fennec to suit up. We're not waiting for an appointment.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yes, Lord Fenn.
Don't worry. He'll be back.
That is so cool.
It is.
I love there's a
I'm enjoying
Rancor,
this,
and
yeah.
I love that Danny Trejo is in this thing now.
I still have to work a bit with those speeder bikes.
Yeah, yeah. I was just about to say it's still warming up to the gang and the speeder bikes there, but sure we'll get there.
Kind of work better with the two.
Gamoran guards.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a few questions for him.
Just walk right in.
Yes, indeed. Excuse me. I'll see what I'm able to do.
Did he just lock the door?
Is there a back door or something? Nope. Or you can just do that. They are gone. Yeah. Catch the Major Domo.
High speed chase. Ish.
Why isn't Boba using his jetpack?
Yeah.
More. He could have caught up to him by now. That would be a power move right there. Oh, that's Okay, their cyborg upgrades are pretty cool. Back up, or speed up. Okay. Waste.
Food.
Yep.
Yeah, there it is.
There we go.
Where is he?
Mayor's gone. He's working with the pikes.
So the Pikes, that's the syndicate that the territory was promised to.
They wouldn't.
Maybe.
They wouldn't dive into that. No.
You don't think so?
No.
Because they've already established the Pikes in the series, in the past.
Yeah.
And, like, it could be.
They just don't seem like crime lordy enough.
Oh, the Pikes are pretty powerful. But
yeah, but
usually there's someone else pulling this. Oh well, I don't know. It's one of the syndicates at least. So just keeping an eye out.
Sure?
Yeah.
I know a pike when I see one.
Good work. Keep an eye on them. Sorry, it's an expression.
You don't have to be sorry, mate.
And I.
Paid a lot for this. Pride of my eye.
These are just the first wave. They're going to war.
Then we will be ready.
Okay. As we talked about, that this episode, like, a lot happened.
Yeah.
And a lot of unexpected things. It went in unexpected directions, so to say, and also some expected ones. And very eventful.
It was.
And a lot more introductions to new characters and new problems that Boba will have to solve at some point.
Yeah, new problems and who is he really up against?
Yeah, and some problems disappearing. Like, I didn't expect for the twins to just be like, no, fuck it, we made a mistake. Yeah. This is bad for business. It's not even promised to us either way, so we're out of here, man.
Yeah. Tried to kill you. Sorry about that.
Yeah. Oh, but what would you have done if Black Chrysanthemum had been successful in his when he tried to kill Boba? And it was a cool fight scene though, and again, very unexpected that it happened right then and there.
Yeah.
And he's gonna be back.
Yeah, most likely. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a cool character, so why not? And
cool character, cool design. Yeah. I'm sure making that whole costume. And they want to keep someone like him around.
Yeah.
And then, of course, new Rancor.
There's a lot of great character building, not only for Boba, but also for Rancors. I mean, they're building a Rancor into more than just a killing machine. That's
true.
And
same thing they did with the Tusken Raiders.
Yeah,
like they're giving us more of an insight into who these beings really are, and we're not just getting that like one-dimensional
being.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool what they're doing with it, and. Also, there's a little bit sad with the Tusken Raiders, so they raided the camp. And
that was extremely sad.
So that makes me quite curious on how he responds to that when we have the next back in time session, or what do you call it?
Oh yeah. He's definitely gonna try and take out that the gang.
Yeah.
That he already fought once, and it seems like they definitely retaliated.
Pretty hard.
Pretty hard, because it couldn't have been easy to take out those Tuskens if they saw it coming or not, because they already had the whole ordeal with the train and they managed to overcome it.
Yeah.
They had so many great warriors, and especially that one warrior where we didn't see her body though. We only saw the chieftain.
Yeah.
So I don't know if maybe some of them survived and
could have been taken prisoner or something like that, so he frees them. I don't know though.
Yeah,
I'm just guessing. But
yep.
Again, I'll be looking forward to the next episode.
Yeah, same.
It's a whole week to go now, so
we can theorize in the meantime, and we're definitely going to theorize a little bit here and talk about some of the things, and just with the Tusken Raiders again. I was wondering, like, because of course there's like I do see a connection and how it has affected him as a person with how he is now in the present, But I was also wondering, okay, if he gets really connected to the Tuskens and he's sort of taking their side in a lot of matters because they are the ancestral people of Tatooine. So I have a feeling that, you know, what he's doing now in the present might also be to benefit the Tuskens and maybe give some of the land back to them and make it so that what happened in the past with
the Tuskens
won't
happen again,
won't happen again, and he's trying to maybe protect them in some way, and that's also a way to get that angle in there that, you know, can be sort of a social commentary on how natives have been treated and
he's getting a more complicated person at the same time, showing all these things that life isn't just what you see right at the tip of your nose, but you have to sort of broaden your mind a bit and understand the whole situation on the entire planet and the indigenous people there and so on. So there's a lot of things going on with that.
And as he dives into that as a character and as he's learning more, we are learning more as well. And we learned more, we already mentioned it, learning something about Rancors in this episode, about the fact that they're not just these killing machines. They're actually, they can have a range of emotions and they can get quite, you know, bonded to their masters or other people at least.
I like the way that they take the Rancor of the Tuskens and all the other characters that they, in most of the Star Wars movies, they're just bystanders or collateral damage every now and then. But now they get a person, they get a background. We learn a little bit more about it. It expands the universe for me a bit.
Yes.
So I get to know the different races and stuff like that. It's brilliant.
And that's the good thing about doing a series, in my mind, is that you have time to do stuff like this. You have time to really do the deep dive and expand on the lore, expand on the characters and the creatures. Whereas in a movie, if we see Tusken Raiders, and when we have seen Tusken Raiders and Rancors and other beings in the movies, they have been more in the background, or at least just creatures, and we haven't really had time to dive into.
It's just been part of the set. It's
been part of the world.
The main characters moves around in the set, and they've just been part of the set. It could be a building or a person. Now we get the person a little bit more, and I think they did very well with it. One thing that really didn't work that well for me with the gang with the speeder bikes and the shiny speeder bikes and the high speed chase or whatever. I wonder how they did it in the volume, because it looked great. All the things going on the side kind of looked great, but the speeder bikes and they're just a little bit. I have to get used to that. A little bit too shiny for me, I think.
Yeah, the characters and the character designs, we already mentioned it with the speeder bikes, and it seems like it's something straight out of Cyberpunk 2077, the game that is out and I've played through. Yeah, it seems like it's something also from that world, or if we are still in, like, if we want to put them somewhere in the Star Wars galaxy, I wouldn't have blinked twice if I saw them on Coruscant.
No,
for example.
Exactly. It's a dusty Western look on Tatooine, and that's how people look. That's how people are dressed, and most of the costumes are like that. And then this suddenly very shiny red, green, blue bike comes along down the street. It kind of sticks out a bit.
It sticks out a little bit, and I am curious to find out if they are from Tatooine, from Mos Espa, or if they got here somehow and trying to make a living here, and they started on another planet. And
if you have to character build on those, they will have to come from somewhere else.
They
don't fit in there.
We didn't even get any names really for any of them. They were just, he hired them, and I do like how he resolved that whole business, because the guy owning the water or selling them the water, he did seem kind of fishy. No pun intended. And usually that actor plays roles like that, where it's like, I can't really trust this guy at all. And he's good at it as well.
He's good at being untrustworthy.
Untrustworthy, yes. So I like how Boba resolved that, and also got some more people to sort of protect him. And it paid off already in this episode. Like, same as what he did in the first one with the Gamorrean gods, and he was like, spare them. And that came in handy later on in that episode, very much so, when those assassins of the Nightwind surrounded them. And now with Black Chrysanthemum, that came in handy as well. I am curious, though, how... Well, of course, I don't doubt that Black Chrysanthemum is really good at his job and good at infiltrating, probably. But I'm also curious about, okay, why... How did no one spot that until he was already... kind of beating up Boba, but Boba did his best, but that was a tough fight, and he did need help. It almost sounded like he got his back broken
Boba,
or something.
Just like me, feels kind of vulnerable when we just stepped out of the shower.
I think most people do, yeah.
so yeah,
and I am with Boba in general. If he's still, I don't know if he's still feeling some of the effects from the Sarlacc pit, or if it's just, the years weighing down on him, and he doesn't seem maybe as, but again, it's more of a narrative that a lot of the fans have built in their heads about Boba, that he is, the absolute most deadliest bounty hunter ever, and he can take out almost anyone. And I know there's been stories about that in some of the books also, that aren't canon anymore, and the comics as well. But
he was coming out kicking ass in The Mandalorian, so that were, I think we got the Boba Fett badass action. We should have had. Now we are character building a little bit more. He can still fight. I'm pretty sure about that. I enjoyed that he used the jetpack, and you said, and landed right next to the Major Domo. That's cool. So there's still all the cool gadgets and all the cool stuff about him. With the character building, when we see him, he, without his armor, he has to rely more on his own eyes and ears. Before that, with the bounty hunter suit or with the Mandalorian helmet on, he will get augmented in different ways. Now you'll have to rely more on himself, and he's gotten used to that. So that's probably why he takes off the helmet, or at least that's how it works in my mind. So I like the whole
and I think that
more rounded person.
Yeah, there's also, because he's in a different role now, and he has to be this crime lord, crime boss, daimyo person, then taking a step back and letting others do your dirty work is probably expected of you. And also with the whole taking the helmet off, that gives a more personal touch, and if he really wants to look someone in the eye when he's talking to them, it seems like it's something that would benefit him, or it benefits him in this position compared to when he was just a bounty hunter.
But I'm sure there's a lot of stuff that we missed along the way, so I hope you get some good comments in there as well. And, and what did we miss? How do you feel about the speeder
bike gang that he hired? And the look of them. Do you think it fits into the world, or are you a bit like, that's new, just like us, we're gonna have to get used to it? How do you feel about it?
I'll give it a week and let it ferment in my old mind, and I'll see how I'll take them next time to turn up. And I like the concept of augmented bodies like that. So
it does make sense in a fantasy science fiction setting. You have technology like that you can improve upon yourself. And well, we have seen Vader is a very good example. I know that wasn't necessarily like voluntarily, like a voluntary thing, that he just went from, I'm gonna become half man, half machine, or more machine than man. That just happened because, he got injured really, really bad. But we have seen something like it before, and we know they have that technology inside of the world. And seen, machine prosthetics. Here is just more.
Yeah, prosthetics come, but when you lose a limb, they'll make prosthetics, and they'll find out how to make prosthetics better than the real limb, and then there'll probably be someone out there saying that I want a stronger arm, so I'll just lose the one I have and get another one.
Stronger
arm. It kind of makes sense.
Better eye, as that one guy. But I did quickly, I wanted to look up just some of the names of like the actors and characters that we saw inside of this one. So the guy that I recognized, and we already talked about as being untrustworthy, he's good at playing untrustworthy characters, that's the Stephen Root. And then we do have some names for at least two of the gang members that Boba hired, the two that we saw the most, and that was Drash, that's the female, and Jordan Bulger, the guy in the end with the eye.
Yeah.
And then of course we had Danny Trejo as the Rancor keeper. I absolutely love
Beastmaster,
that.
whatever. He's good at that. It's sort of he was perfect for that role in my opinion. And
yeah, he's good in so many supporting roles, and especially in stuff like this.
Yeah, and from now on until next week, I'll be watching this episode probably a couple more times. One time with my wife over dinner, and then one time more after I read a few of the comments. So I'll dive into it and find the spots, the nuggets, the Easter eggs and stuff like that. So so it's good. I have a week for it to sort of land in my mind.
Yeah, and I'm gonna do the same. Oh well, I'm gonna edit this one.
So you're gonna see it close
I'm gonna
up for a while.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it a couple of times just while I'm editing, and then I'm most likely gonna watch it with Kat as well. Rewatch it with
you catch up on stuff. I get that extra service from Sonny. Well, when he edited stuff, then he goes and kind of makes a deep dive into it and come across stuff, and then
I'll notice some more things, and I can press the pause button a bit more.
So, but I'm ready for the next one. But it's probably good for me that I have a week for it to ferment in my mind.
Yeah. But it does seem like in the end here, okay, the Pikes, that's the syndicate that's moving in. We got the explanation in the beginning that Mos Espa was kind of divided up into 3 territories. So I suspect Boba's going to maybe try and make a deal with some of them to stand against the Pikes. Or, there's going to be some more talk back and forth there, and we're going to do some business, and there's going to be some threats, I'm sure, as well. Some of this, gangster stuff that we've come to anticipate from the series. Playing around with a lot of genres.
The Mos Espa is divided into 3 different areas with each somebody running it, and he's gonna resolve that somehow as well. So there's a lot of crime, syndicate, crime lord stuff going on, mafia stuff, more or less. Have to sort out his city. At the same time, the syndicate coming in from outside, and he will have to fight them as well. And then there's the whole background story with Tusken Raiders. We need to resolve that as well. So there's a lot of good stuff coming on.
To dive into. There certainly is. It's so far I think I enjoyed the second chapter the most, but that was also the longest one, and it seems like they really took their time with that one, and I liked everything that we got with the Tusken Raiders specifically.
This one was more action-like with some stuff and setting up some more action, or
and then we had
more things to find out.
Some twists and turns.
The second episode, once you sort of work through it and watch this one more time, there's really a lot going on there with the Tusken Raiders and how the whole background story for Tatooine more or less came out there. So
something, now that you mentioned the story of Tatooine, so to say, something that they've mentioned a handful of times now is the fact that Tatooine was once, well, it had oceans, and it was like before the oceans dried out and all that. So that's quite interesting. And I think there must be a reason why they're mentioning it, like they're mentioning it
again and
again, because they really want us to remember that fact.
There's not only character building, there's planet building as well.
Planet building, exactly. Lore building. But all in all, a lot happened in this episode. A lot is going to happen still in the series. Boba is going to war with the Pikes in the present and going to war with this gang in the past. So, cannot wait for the next one. Do you have anything you want to add?
No, we can keep on going for a while, but I think we're better off with saying that this was a great episode as well. And really it's more Star Wars. I enjoy it so much.
Yes, and I enjoy doing this with you as well. And we also do see the comments with the comparisons between Major Dad and Boba himself, and I guess that's also why you keep wearing the black hoodie, is so that it looks a little bit like that.
If I could cosplay it, I would cosplay it.
We're gonna do that at some point. That would be all. At least when it comes to, I know you would probably love to get like the entire like the armor and everything that the Boba has But something that would be easier to do is what he's wearing with the robes and the black robes. Yeah. We could maybe do something like that.
I'll get a 3D printer and I'll print a suit and
Mandalorian suit. Then I want one as well.
Yeah,
That you might see that in the future. Perhaps. One can only hope. But that's going to do it for this reaction and review of the Book of Boba Fett, Chapter 3. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and we'll see you very soon. May the Force be with you always.